Hello folks, it's May the 8th, Sunday May the 8th, and it's an absolute gorgeous day here in Suffolk. So I'm off with Roxy. We're going to go to the South Suffolk show, which I've not been to before. I've been to the other Suffolk ones, but not this one. And it's fairly local, about 5 miles away. So we're going there. If it's too hot, well, we'll probably go and find some shade somewhere. There's some rivers nearby, and mellow out. But it should be quite interesting. They've got a lot of attractions apparently, and well, I hope to show you a few on the video. I'll see you later. Bye bye.
And they got cleared, and that's good because that keeps the swing in the right direction. How many young puppies have you got at walk?
Great. We're just on some breeding at the moment now. We've got 2 litters on the floor. They're going out to walk on Tuesday. They're 8 weeks old. That's a litter of 5 and a litter of 7. And then we've got another bitch due on the 14th of this month, and another bitch due on the 1st of June. So hopefully we'll end up round about the sort of 10 couple mark or something like that.
That's all right.
Yeah. Wife keeping you in order? I think I saw her behind you. Right, okay. Have you ever seen hounds hunting?
Yes, I have. I followed the hunt in Herringswell not so long ago.
Yeah, this little laddie followed the hunt in Herringswell. That's good. That's what we like to know. You look sort of interested sort of person. Who are you, sir? What's your interest in hunting?
Well, hunting. Yeah, just hunting.
You ride?
Yes.
With the Suffolk? Good. Did you indeed? That's good. Yeah. This young man, he says that he likes to see a bit of the action, and I'm sure if he's learning to whip in, it's called turning hounds, another one of these expressions, and it'll teach him what it's all about. In the same way that young hounds, when they go out to walk, they are taught not to, the young hounds are taught not to chase the policeman's bicycle and things like that. Right. Now is the time to get mounted, get the hounds back.
You can't join us.
And then the huntsman blows gone away. At the end of the day, he will blow for us again that long, long, mournful sound of going home. Give him a good cheer, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's all about. We're pleased to see him.
Actually in the main ring in a few moments' time, so you could bring it here if you find it now. But if it's If it's after 2 o'clock, then take it to their stand, please. That's a white Patterdale Terrier. Thank you.
Well, we are Atkinson Action Horses, but I feel like I'm a little bit lonely at the moment, and it can't just be Action Horse. I think the rest of the team are only willing to come out for a rapturous round of applause. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the horses and riders of Atkinson Action Horses. Here they are. These magnificent horses, stars of stage and screen.
Wait.
As well as avoiding our friends, they have to be unafraid to go through our enemies. And there you see, as Ockle comes through, he's very happy to run straight through the ground crew members. You can also hear there's quite a racket as the axe hits these shields. And you can see that he flicks an ear back to it, but he's not at all fazed by it. He doesn't worry about killing people. He knows that everybody else in a show field where he works is going to be just as well trained as he is. But if I were to lose my weapon, for this he has to be totally relaxed. You can see that I can just drop the reins on him and he'll stay there to have a pick of grass. As he does this, I'm going to tie up my stirrups. I can take as much time as I like about this because he is just relaxed there on the ground. So much so, oh, he's going to lie down. Now this is important with a film horse because we work very long days. And in these long days, if a horse can't switch off and save its energy, it's gonna burn out, just as you or I would. Just as we have to be able to relax and take the time for a cup of tea, Ockle needs to be able to chill out with his bucket of water and a snatch of grass and a bit of a groan on the floor. Come on then, back to work, Ockle. Up you get. Do this, unless he's had all of those cues. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Capriole. To my mind, the finest of the airs above the ground, and a wonderful example of high school from this wonderful Spanish stallion. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, please, for Ockle. And now, not to be outdone, here is Ben Atkinson with 4 horses of his own. A lot of you here, I'm sure, are horsemen and horsewomen yourselves, and so you will appreciate how, when you ride, you adapt yourself to the horse that you're on. Now imagine having to adapt yourself to 4 horses all at once. Ben splitting his mind into 4 directions, and it truly is a magnificent display of horsemanship. So please put your hands together for Ben Atkinson, cantering here on his team of 4. Of course, accolades. Surely you'd be hard-pushed to find a better horseman on this show circuit. We've talked a lot about filming, but this is something that is pure showmanship. This comes from the circus. Before the Romans, this was have a look at their saddles. And I'm going to switch this mic over to Ben Atkinson. As we do so, these are not normal saddles. Have a look at the straps, have a look at the large pommels as I just switch this microphone across.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As our riders now finish tightening their girths, sorting their saddles and prepping their horses, I can guarantee that you are ready to see some of the best Cossack trick riding and stunt riding in the UK, if not in Europe and the world. just taking a few minutes now to switch the harness from the Roman Ride 4 into the Cossack riding. Some of our riders have got a real mix of experience in both horses and riders today. Charlie, a wonderful commentator leading off on Johnny. Charlie is Jon Snow's double in Game of Thrones. The horse constantly in gymnastics, in ballet, in the gym, all the time keeping their bodies fit. The horses schooled in dressage of various levels to get their muscles and joints supple and ready for the shows. As they gather at the top end, you'll see some of the horses a little bit feisty. Any horseman amongst you will see there's some skill in riding all of those horses, normally never mind while doing tricks. And up first, we've got Mr. Ricky Burnett with the planche. Abs of steel. And it's all homemade and real. That's Ricky. Next up, we got Candy's Carbine and the Lightning Quick J, followed close behind by Will and Alfie, both in the Buffalo. Steering as he goes, fantastic, and he's out. I think that pony's sat-nav's a bit broken. Next up, we've got Mike with a wonderful stand. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a cheer for him there. And bringing up the rear. Will! Come on, he's 16, give him a hand. Yeah, there we go. So, I feel a little bit left out through all this. And so, I'm going to hand you back to Charlie. Here you go, Charlie.
I'm sure he won't appreciate me saying it, but he really is putting his life in the hooves of that horse. Now, when you start with horses, the first thing they always tell you is don't walk around behind the back of the horse in case you get kicked. What they don't tell you is don't climb underneath the horse's belly upside down, because they don't think they should need to tell you that. But if you don't tell that to your children when they start riding, they might end up doing things like Ben Atkinson does. Now he's going to take a little bit of extra time now with Malik to make sure that all of his straps are completely right. Because as I said, this is the most dangerous trick you will see performed. The strap that he's putting onto Malik's belly is a little bit like a leather ladder. And you will see as he comes down by the hooves of his galloping horse, he'll be climbing that ladder from one side of the horse, under the belly, and through to the other. But he doesn't just do this because he likes it. He does this because, well, a little bit like a Tamagotchi, his ego needs feeding. And the way that he knows it's been fed is by the cheers, whoops, guffaws, applause, yeehaws of this crowd. And Malik, well, you've seen Malik work already. He's a show horse, a film horse through and through. You cannot scare him with your cheers, with your applause, with anything except maybe things that are wildly inappropriate. So do feel free to go absolutely crazy as you see this incredible stunt. This is the first season that it's been part of the Action Horse show, and this is the first show at which Ben and Malik are performing this trick together. Ben has known Malik all his life, all of Malik's life, and so he has a really deep inbuilt trust with that horse. But you'll see just how far that trust is tested here. He'll get into his preparatory stance, and when he turns and Malik goes, I want you to all go crazy for me. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have them. Ben Atkinson and Malik. Through he goes, finding the next handhold, pulling himself up, Malik still cantering on. The phenomenal Ben Atkinson and Malik anything like it. This wonderful pair. This is something worth waiting for just here. Such incredible skills. Since he was just a twinkle in his daddy's eye. And he's worked with him before he was broken to saddle in this way. Which means that they've had this bond since Alex's childhood. And it truly is a beautiful thing to see. So keep that applause rolling for us. We also want to keep ourselves doing shows throughout the year. Now, who's going to be next? Oh, he's plucked up some courage now. He's on Alfie. It's Ben Atkinson. Taking a shield on Alfie towards James in the ground three.
Attention please. Attention please.